We're starting.
Recording in progress.
All right. Roll call, please.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining the Architectural Advisory Committee. Member Castro?
Here.
Member Thompson is absent. Member McDonald? Here. Member Baston? Here. Member Walsh is absent, and Member Thomas is absent. Chair O'Donnell?
Here.
You have a quorum.
All right, thank you. Could we have a report of the posting of the agenda?
The agenda was made available for public access at the City Hall exterior bulletin board on the west side of the council chamber and at the planning services counter on Wednesday, August 27th, 2025 at 9 p.m.
Thank you. Acceptance of the agenda. Any members wishing to change anything on the agenda today? Okay. All right.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
I just want to make a note that we are going to defer the election of officers until our meeting of September 15th, when we'll have hopefully a fully seated board.
All right. Thank you for that. We will skip election of officers at that time. Public comments at this time has been set aside for members of the public to address the Architectural Review Committee on consent calendar and other agenda items and items of general interest within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board. Although the Architectural Review Committee values your concerns pursuant to the Brown Act, it generally cannot take action on items not listed on the posted agenda. Any speaker will have 3 minutes. Is there anybody online wishing to address the committee?
You wish to speak, please raise your hand.
All right. So item 1 is the consent calendar. Following routine matters may be acted upon by one motion. Individual items may be removed by the committee for separate discussion at this time. So we have approval of the minutes. Does anybody take exception to anything on the minutes? Seeing none. We need a vote for this, don't we? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Looks like we have a unanimous acceptance of the agenda. Or approval of the minutes, I'm sorry. Excluded from consent calendar. So we have a no unfinished business. We have new business, which is a request by Studio AR&D Architects for a major architectural review and administrative minor modification application to construct a 5,100 square foot single family residence at the maximum building height of 20.7 feet on a 19,798 square foot undeveloped hillside property located at 2249 Monument Court, Lot 79, APN 504-400-023, Zone ESA-SP, Section 4, Case AR-2025-0044 and AMM-2025-0008. And is there a staff report?
Yes, thank you. Control room, please upload the PowerPoint presentation. Thank you. Good evening, ARC members. The application in front of you tonight is actually a major architecture review application and an administrative minor modification for a proposed hillside single-family residence in the Desert Palisades specific plan area. The applicant is proposing the construction of a new residence, which is 5,100 square feet in size at a maximum building height of 20.7 feet. The site is a lot 79 within the specific plan area on the south side of the Monument Court, and the size of the lot is about 19,798 square feet, and it is located near an existing pedestrian trail to the south. Here are the images of the site and its surroundings. The site's existing conditions and topography and geography are similar to those that are located in the specific plan area. The one notable feature of the site is an existing old water pipe, which runs from west to east. And the site's topography slopes down from its southwest corner to northeast corner. And the elevation difference between these 2 points is approximately 26 feet. The project site meets the minimum lot dimension and the size requirement, and there is an existing 7.5-foot wide non-build easement along the site's west property line. The applicant is proposing the construction of a single-family residence, and the 5,100 square foot size includes a dwelling area, which is 4,524 square feet in size, and a two-car garage, which is 576 square feet. As you can see here, the general shape of the building is U-shaped, and the building consists of south and north wings. And the applicant is proposing a side yard facing two-car garage on the west elevation, and there is a pool proposed right in the courtyard area between the south and north wings. And this is a floor plan of the proposed residence. And the main access to the residence is provided on the west elevation. And entering from the west main entrance, the south wing will include a two-car garage, a guest bedroom, kitchen, living room, as well as a master bedroom. And the north wing will include 2 bedrooms and outdoor living area, which will be adjacent to a pool. So the site's topography generally slopes down towards the street, and these cross sections show that there will be the gradual decrease in the finished floor elevation as it moves from the south to north wings. And there's a slight elevation difference within each of the south and the north wings. These are cross sections of these buildings, or I should say the wings. That's a part of the single building. And as you can see here, the site's topography slopes down a little towards the east, and there's a steep elevation drop at the east end. And I'm not sure if you can see clearly here, but oops, sorry. So right here, there's a slight projection of the roof above the building envelope. And the applicant has submitted an administrative minor modification to address the issue. And this area is located at the southeast corner of the proposed residence. And as you can see here, there's a projection about 2.7 feet above the 18-foot building envelope. However, the projection is limited and incidental to this area. And there are 2 single-family residences that have been approved on the other side of the street, and their building heights are 22 feet and 24 feet. As for the exterior of the proposed residence, the applicant is proposing the construction materials such as concrete, stucco, metal, plaster, stone, and wood. And the proposed color palette consists of desert-neutral colors such as light brown, gray, and bronze. And this is the north elevation, which faces a street. The applicant is proposing an expensive natural stone wall for this elevation. And for the south elevation, a mix of stucco, smooth stucco, and the wood, and the glazing area is proposed. And the west elevation will accommodate different types of stones for the treatment, as well as the wood for the garage door and the area, the section shown here in the image. And the similar architectural treatment is proposed for the east elevation. And these are the renderings of the interior space of the proposed residence. And the proposed roof will include the skylights, the solar panels, and the color of the roof will be gray. The applicant is proposing a mix of native and drought-tolerant plantings for this project, which will be placed to accentuate the building and the site. In addition to the landscaping materials, applicant is proposing the application of a pea gravel throughout the site. In reviewing this project, staff has determined that the project usually complies with the development standards of the specific plan, except for the maximum building height of 20.6 feet. And the project generally meets the required findings for the architectural and hillside review criteria, except the rigid and expansive pea gravel application and the mechanical equipment enclosure opening, which is facing the adjacent property. And project is in conformance with applicable regulations and guidelines as conditioned. And implementation of recommended conditions of approval to address these issues will not alter the nature of the project or character of the proposed design. And applicant has submitted an administrative minor modification applications to address the building height issue. And project meets the required findings for the approval. So as you probably saw, the recommended conditions of approval that are attached to the staff report. Staff is recommending a set of conditions, but particularly planning condition number 6, which states that the mechanical equipment screen opening shall face the project site so that the equipment will not be visible from the adjacent properties and maintenance and service access will be fully provided on site. And the planning condition number 8, which reads, remove the pea gravel entirely or limit its application to the area immediately adjacent to the residence. For the latter, the pea gravel shall be applied in such a manner that it naturally fades into the surrounding natural landscape instead of creating a defined boundary. In conclusion, staff recommends that the Architecture Review Committee determine that the project is categorically exempt from CEQA review under the Class 3 exemption of the California Environmental Quality Act, and approved applications on both major architectural review application and administrative minor modification application, subject to the conditions of approval recommended by staff. This concludes our staff presentation, and staff and applicant are both available if you have any questions. Thank you.
Noriko, thank you. Does the committee have any questions of staff? No questions of staff. Noriko, I have one question. You mentioned that 2 homes are developed across the street, and they are both in the range of 22 feet. Can you show us on a plan where these homes are? And what is the measurement? How are those homes measured per your comment?
So let me just see. You see one house here, and then there's actually another house has been entitled and in a plan check for the lot next to it. Now, these 2 residences incorporated so-called a stepping design. In such a case, the building height not exceeding 25 feet is allowed. So that's why these residences have approved the building height of 22 feet and 24 feet. Whereas this project that's being proposed and in front of you tonight, while it does incorporate stepping design, but not at the area where the building height projection is shown. So for the reason, the applicant is requesting administrative minor modification approval.
Thank you. Would the applicant like to make a presentation? Welcome. You guys will have as much time as you want.
Hi. We, as Noriko, I think she presented the project really well, and we have exceed the height limit, and that's only because of a very unusual dip in the lot, and I think it could be uh, something maybe not naturally occurring, and that's why we would like to request.
In other words, the site kind of feels like that depression feels a bit like an anomaly. The contour seems to be pretty evenly flowing. When you zoom out, it's pretty low. And then there's this little, like a meteorite.
So Sean, would that be the lower left-hand image there? Or is there another image that illustrates the
I like
existing topography?
like the existing site plan. I think we have that.
I think those are pretty good. So that dip, that swale to the
Yes.
east side of the site is what?
Really at the southeast corner, yeah, which creates
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Do you have that existing site plan? Yeah, that's good. That's a good plan. If you just kind of zoom in on that, if possible. Yeah.
Is that a lower elevation at that area?
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's what we're calling that. So to us, that's what kind of creates that height violation, rather.
Yeah, violation.
How was that shown in elevation view? I guess I was looking at the, where's the dip in the topography that illustrates it being lower?
There.
So you see how that footing
Okay.
is?
Yeah, I see.
But colored axons, I think.
Yeah, I think you can look at the 3D views. I think the next sheet. Yeah, on the top two 3D views, you see that the red is the height pillow, and then it violates only at that triangular location there.
You want
That's
to
the
explain
dip.
why there's the two different views there?
So the plan views that you have 1 and 3. So 1 was taken, is a survey that was recently done, and the number 3, where you see that dip, it was from, I think, sorry, I said that the other way around. The one that shows like a circular dip, that's how it is now. But previously, how it was in 2015 when the land was developed, it was number 1, how it shows.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I think in essence, there's less of an encroachment than appeared on the topography?
Yes,
Yes.
it was.
With an updated topo.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add? I think we probably have a few questions, so if you guys want to stick around.
Yeah, I have a couple questions.
I mean, nothing to add, really. We think it's a great project. I think it's going to be a nice addition. Here for questions.
Yeah, can you explain the pea gravel agreement again, how that works?
Yeah.
We'll accept the conditions of approval, and we'll we'll keep the pea gravel limited to around the house and then phase it out to
So,
the natural.
so you're going to
soil.
surround the house to an extent of how far?
I don't know. I think that you kind of got to look at the site plan and pick your little areas. Been doing a lot of work up there, and so I find that it's a little bit like, reminds me of like that Interstellar movie in the beginning where it's just the wind whipping through and it's all this blow sand coming into the house. And so the pea gravel is actually somewhat functional, particularly around the entrances and patios, counteracting as a blow sand trap. So what the condition reads, which we're happy to accept, is, you know, eliminate it altogether, I believe is what it says, or limit it to immediately around the house. And so I would say maybe we don't need any along the frontage, along the North Street there, but where you have these patio entrances or adjacencies or doorways, entrances and exits, it would be helpful.
I could see you using it, you know, like if you took a straight line going along the pool, along that one boundary, going to the other, I guess, is that south? Is south down?
Yeah.
Okay, because there's no north arrow. So using pea gravel from that line, not from the property line, but from that line that goes between the pool and the lower part of the house, backwards into that like courtyard space. I could I would agree with doing that. And then doing just a very small amount around the front door on each side of the sidewalk and have it feather out. But I can't support you doing it like in like band around the house.
Okay.
The second thing is where's the pool fence?
We sent another drawing which actually shows the pool.
Yes, so the
Side fence.
applicants, I'm sorry, may I?
Yeah, please.
So the applicants team submitted addendum, which was actually part of the packet. So do you have the copy of
No,
that?
no, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I can't get onto the internet.
So the applicant is, yes, you can show it.
I'll pass it down. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. And so what is that going to look like?
All for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's in the
okay, got
package,
it.
yeah.
It's the quartz end steel
Yeah.
beams, okay.
Yes.
No, that looks really good. No, that looks excellent. Those are only my two comments.
Maybe you guys can tell us a little bit about the mechanical equipment, and is there a way to ameliorate that condition? Is it not a condition? Just tell us what you're thinking.
It's a non-factor.
It's
Oh, the rear one.
It's the rear
Sorry.
one. So right now, yeah, we'll
So you guys are okay with both those conditions, limiting the pea
Yeah, we're
gravel
okay, yeah.
and flipping that thing around?
Yeah.
All right, great. Any other questions?
Just remind me, what is the material of the driveway?
Aggregate?
expose aggregate concrete.
And that-
That's right. Hand seed exposed aggregate. Colored concrete.
I think that's the number 6, is it?
And the Corten steel fence, that's just around the pool, or is that
It's just around the pool.
just around the pool? Okay, that's all I have.
All right, thank you, guys. All right, let's have a little discussion. Let me sort of jump in and appreciate all the documents that you guys provided. It makes it pretty easy to make a motion and get you guys on your way. Ken and I both have some history on this project. Ken was the principal planner reviewing the guidelines for Desert Palisades, and I was hired to help create the guidelines for Desert Palisades. And we came up with this idea of a pillow, and the pillow is an imaginary line that extends some number of feet up above natural topography. We knew all along that we were going to encounter issues like this firm just encountered with swales that create things that feel like they're onerous and unnatural. So, you know, on that matter, I think They make a good argument for keeping everything on one level, for aging in place. And the documents are pretty clear about what they're trying to do. The other thing that mitigates this is there's an adjacent lot that would be affected by any overheight on this project. And the adjacent lot is an unbuildable lot. The developer decided to, instead of exporting boulders across the Coachella Valley and out to, wherever, to stockpile them on site. So that lot just to the east, that's just in front of this primary bedroom and this overheight, so-called overheight, it's an unbuildable lot. So it's not something that anybody's ever going to suffer a limitation or not enjoy a view corridor that is being affected by this particular application. So given the site-specific nature of this, I'm just inclined that we move this project forward, and I'll look for, if anybody has any other further discussion, we can discuss it, but overall, I think the application is good, and I'd look for a motion.
No, Lance, I do have just a question about it being unbuildable. Is it like entirely not buildable on that lot?
It's not for sale.
Okay,
It's permanent open space.
but is it private property?
It's part of the overall Desert Palisades project, so it's counted as open space in there.
It's a common area within the specific plan.
Okay, so we don't foresee a residential development on that site.
No, it would not be possible because
Okay.
it's literally part of the non-lotted area of Palisades because of the rock piles, so
It-
no,
it hasn't-
it will not be built upon.
It hasn't been platted as a lot.
I'm sorry?
It hasn't been platted as a lot.
No, it is not.
Any other comments?
Yeah, just the condition of the pea gravel just being held to a point that aligns with the edge of the infinity edge of the pool and down to the to where it hits the house.
Member McDonald, can I ask you to make a motion?
Yes,
Including that?
I'd like to make a motion that the pea gravel be confined to the, like, a courtyard area, not to go past the infinity or the infinity edge of the pool on the lot. If you draw an imaginary line from the pool southward to the house, and then it's only allowed on each side of the sidewalk of the entry of the home.
Member McDonald, would you entertain a small amendment to that to allow the architect to use discretion on areas that they feel are important to them?
No.
All right, so you want to limit this to a strict area.
Yes, very strict, yes.
Okay?
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Just to help Member McDonald in completing this motion, you're offering a motion to approve
Motion to
this
approve.
project based on the findings in the staff report?
Correct, yes.
With the added detail and description on the area where the pea gravel may be used.
Correct.
Beautiful.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
You made the motion.
Well.
Yeah, okay, seeing lack of a second, do we have a revised motion?
I'd like to make a motion that use of the pea gravel be limited to the area immediate to the home with some discretion that the architect can use indicating where it could be located, but it to be gradually transitioned into the naturalistic landscape as it as it goes towards the exterior
To the
property
boundary,
lines, to the boundaries.
I'll second. So
And I
we got
just-
a motion.
I
and we
just
got a
want to also clarify, as I did just now,
Yeah.
you're making a motion to approve with
Yes.
those conditions based on the findings in the staff report.
Correct.
Beautiful.
Okay, we got a motion, we got a second. Any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote.
Member McDonald,
Deny.
Member Baston, Member Castro,
Yes.
and Chair O'Donnell.
Yes.
Passes 3-1.
Thank you. Thank you. Look forward to that project getting built. All right. Architectural Committee reports, requests, and comments. Brief comments and/or issues of concern from the members of the Architectural Committee. I'll start out that we did a couple weeks back interview. I was part of a planning commission group. We interviewed some additional committee members, and we had 3 fantastic applicants, 2 architects and 1 landscape architect. And I believe, am I speaking out of turn here?
I don't know what you're going to say. So
I
we-
believe we're going to seat 2 of them with us.
Yes,
as-
we've forwarded, the recommendation from that subcommittee will be forwarded to the entire planning commission for approval of that recommendation. If that approval goes forward, then there are 2 new individuals who will be joining the Architectural Review Committee as alternates. So that would bring the entire body to the standard that the Architectural Review Ordinance allows, which is 7 plus 2 alternates.
Yeah. And again, they're both a seasoned landscape architect and an architect, and I think it's going to really help our committee out and help us round out what we see and help improve the city. So I'm excited about that. Any other committee reports, requests, comments? All right, planning director is not here, so Ken, do you have anything to add?
The only thing I want to add is my comments tonight in terms of kind of helping you formulate your motions. When you do make your motions, it is a motion to approve or deny based upon the findings. So you are always required to make affirmative findings in support of your recommendation. And so that's why I've coached you tonight to say, the motion includes a motion to approve based on the findings in the staff report, so that it's rounding that out completely, so that we've understood the criteria findings that you're making in terms of making your motion.
So Ken, just to help us all out as a little cheat here, below item 3A, it says recommendation, adopt the resolution determining that the project is categorically exempt from CEQA review and approve the project subject to conditions. So if we said, I would like to move approval of this project and then read that statement, does that cover what we need in the record?
You will still need to say, based on the findings in the staff report. Or in cases where you disagree with the findings in the staff report. For example, the findings in this particular staff report are affirmative findings recommending approval. If the committee found in making its motion and doing its deliberation that you did not agree with those findings, then you can make that statement as part of your motion. We approve the proposed project, however, or we disapprove the projects because we cannot agree with the findings in the staff report numbers, whatever it is that you disagree with. It's the statement of the findings that you're basing your approval upon that's important to say there. So we're recommending, the way this is written, of course, is to adopt the resolution. The resolution has those affirmative findings, and that the project is categorically exempt under CEQA. But it's an extra point to reiterate that you are making your findings based upon those in the staff report.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't have any particular information other than what you've already shared. We're excited about having finally filled all the positions on the ARC, and I think we have a really strong ARC group coming together here. So thank you all.
And Ken, can you look out for us in 2 weeks? Does it look like there's items lining up for the third?
I looked at it briefly. Do you, I think we've got some things on the 15th, right? Yep, yes, we do.
Okay, great. Any other questions, comments?
Because the terms are for a year. Yeah, chair and vice chair are terms for a year. We would normally do it earlier when we have the annual, but this is when it's happening. And of course, we want to try to do it when we've got a better, fuller court
Yeah.
within which to make those decisions. So yes, they're terms for a year.
Okay, so with that, we can adjourn at 6:07 p.m. Thank you, everyone, and looks like we'll see you in 2 weeks.